What is the mass percent of iron, oxygen, and hydrogen in iron to hydroxide? Well, simple process. First thing is we got to find the total mass. So I created a nice little table to help us out. And then we can simply calculate those percentages. Watch. Bam. So the first step we're going to do is write down the elements we see in the compound. So we have iron Fe, we have oxygen O, and we have hydrogen H. Then we're going to write down the number of atoms. That's where the subscripts come into play. And if there's no subscript down there, there is assumed to be a 1. And therefore there's 1 iron. There's also 1 oxygen here. However, oxygen is part of the polyatomic anion hydroxide. And you have 2 of them. And therefore, you have 2 oxygens. What you can do is simply take this subscript and multiply it by the outer subscript. So inner subscript times outer subscript. So you got 2 oxygens. Same thing for hydrogen. Inner subscript times the outer subscript. So you got 2 hydrogens. I'm not sure if I said 2 hydrogens here, but 2 oxygens and 2 hydrogens. Anyway, you're going to take those number of atoms and then multiply it by the mass of each particular element. Those masses are found on the periodic table, so let's take a look. Iron's mass is 55.85, oxygen is 16, hydrogen is 1.01. So we're going to write them in. So 55.85, oxygen is going to be 16, and then hydrogen is 1.01. To find then the total mass of each particular element in the compound here, all we simply have to do is multiply this row on across. So the total mass of iron is going to be 55.85. Total mass of oxygen here is going to be 32. And then hydrogen is going to be 2.02. All right. And then to find the total mass of the compound, just simply add this column on up. How easy peasy is that, right? So it's going to be 89.87. And that was the first step of the process, right? To find that total mass. So now that we found the total mass, I'm going to add a column to the table to find those percentages. Watch. Bam. So to now find the mass percent of iron, what we're going to do is we're going to take the total mass of the iron here in this column, 55.85, and we're going to divide it by the total mass of the entire compound, 89.87. And then we're going to multiply it by 100. Now the units here do not matter because the units here are going to cancel. Whatever the units you had for iron, you're going to have for the total mass. So if this was an AMU, this is AMU, they cancel. If this was gram per mole, that is gram per mole. So they cancel. So don't worry about it. This is a simple percent calculation, part over whole times 100. Easy peasy. Right, so when we do that out, we get a percentage here roughly of about 62.15%. Right, and then we're going to do the same thing for oxygen here. We're going to take the total mass, 32. Don't worry about the zeros, 89.87. And then all we're simply going to do is multiply that by 100. And then we're going to get our percent comp here of roughly about 35.61 or so percent. And then same thing for hydrogen. We're going to do 2.02 divided by then 89.87 times that by 100. And we're going to get a percentage here of roughly about 2.25. Now, if you add these percentages up, what should happen is they should total 100. If you add the exact percentages together, that will be the case. All right. Sometimes when you round, you might be off by 1/100th or something like that. But yeah, no big deal. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If this helped you out at all, like and subscribe. Really, it does make a huge difference to us. It allows us to keep producing content for you. Also, even tell some of your friends. We'd love to help them out as well. All right. We look forward to helping you with more problems. Take a look at our channel. We got thousands and thousands of stuff out there. Right? Solve problems. Thank you so very much. I'll see you soon.